Imagine waking up one day and realizing your life isn't yours. It's a harsh truth, but many of us are trapped by shoulds and musts we never consciously agreed to. This video isn't just about identifying those sneaky expectations. It's about giving you the tools to strategically dismantle them and reclaim your genuine power. Have you ever felt like you're playing a role in your own life? That your choices from your career to what you wear are being silently guided by an invisible hand? These are the invisible chains of should. They're the subtle, unsaid expectations we absorb from those around us. We unconsciously take on the desires of our family, our partners, our bosses, and even the perfectly curated lives we see on social media. Think about it. Maybe your parents always dreamed you'd be a doctor, so you pursued science even though you secretly loved art. Or perhaps your entire friend group is settling down and buying houses, so you feel this immense pressure to do the same, even if you crave adventure and travel. At work, maybe you're always the one staying late, not because you were asked, but because it's just expected. This creates a constant internal conflict, a tug of war between what you feel obligated to do and what genuinely resonates with your soul. This feeling of being pulled in two directions isn't just tiring. It's a sign that you're living by someone else's script. So how do we start reading the fine print of these silent demands? The first step is to decode them. You need to become a detective in your own life. Start by identifying the source. When you feel that familiar pang of obligation, ask yourself, whose voice is this? Is it my mother's? My boss's? Is it a vague societal pressure I can't even name? Pinpointing who or what is influencing you is the first step to taking back control. Pay attention to the nonverbal cues in your interactions. Sometimes unspoken demands manifest in subtle ways: a disappointed sigh, a raised eyebrow, a loaded question like, "Oh, you're still working on that?" These small moments can carry immense weight and reinforce the expectations placed upon you. A powerful tool for uncovering these hidden pressures is journaling. Try these prompts. Write down a list of all the "I should" statements that pop into your head in a day. For each one, ask, "Says who?" And "What would I do if no one was watching or judging?" Another great exercise is to think about a recent decision that left you feeling drained or resentful. Unpack it. What part of that decision felt like you, and what part felt like an obligation to someone else? This self-reflection isn't about blaming others. It's about gaining clarity on the forces shaping your reality. Living a life of conformity, constantly trying to meet these unspoken expectations, comes at a huge cost. We can call this the authenticity gap, the space between the person you pretend to be and the person you truly are. The wider this gap, the heavier the emotional toll. It can manifest as chronic anxiety, a simmering resentment towards others, and that nagging feeling of being a fraud in your own life. You might feel like you're wearing a mask, and you're terrified that one day it will slip and everyone will see that you're not who they think you are. This gap also leads to missed opportunities. When you're so focused on pleasing others, you sacrifice your own growth. You might turn down a job offer that excites you because it's not prestigious enough. Or you might stay in a relationship that drains you because leaving would disappoint your family. You stop listening to your own intuition, your own desires, and you lose touch with the things that truly light you up. Ultimately, this constant performance leads to burnout. It's exhausting to spend all your energy maintaining a facade. You're not just doing your job or living your life. You're also managing everyone else's perception of you. This is an unsustainable way to live, and it can leave you feeling empty, depleted, and completely disconnected from yourself. So how do we break free? It's not about a dramatic overnight rebellion. It's about strategically dismantling the trap, piece by piece. The most critical tool in your arsenal is setting boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to push people away. They are guidelines to teach people how to treat you with respect. This can start small. If you're always the one organizing family events, you can say, "I'd love to help, but I can't take the lead on planning this time around." Be clear, kind, and firm. You don't need to over-explain or apologize for your needs. This brings us to the incredible power of the word no. For many of us, especially people pleasers, no feels like a confrontation, but I want you to reframe it. No is a complete sentence. It is a fundamental tool for self-preservation. When you say no to something that drains you or doesn't align with your values, you are simultaneously saying yes to yourself. You're saying yes to your peace, your energy, and your priorities. Practice it in low-stakes situations. No, I can't make it to that event. No, I don't have the capacity to take on that extra project. It gets easier with time. The final piece of this strategy is to get crystal clear on your own values. What truly matters to you? Is it creativity, financial security, adventure, community? Write down your top 5 values. Now, when you're faced with a decision, run it through this filter. Does this choice align with my core values? This simple check-in helps you shift from making choices based on external pressures to making choices that are deeply rooted in your authentic self. It becomes your internal compass, guiding you back to your own path. As you start to dismantle these expectations, you begin to reclaim your unscripted life. This is where the magic happens. A huge part of this journey is embracing imperfection. You will disappoint some people when you start living for yourself, and that's okay. The freedom that comes from not needing everyone's approval is immense. You let go of the impossible standard of perfection and allow yourself to be human. And a beautiful thing happens. When you show up as your authentic self, you start attracting people who value you for who you are, not for the role you play. Your connections become deeper and more genuine because they are based on truth, not performance. The people who are meant to be in your life will celebrate your authentic self, even if it's messy and imperfect. Ultimately, this is about the joy of agency. It's the incredible feeling of knowing that you are the author of your own story. You are living a life designed by you for you every single day. It won't always be easy, but it will be real. It will be yours, and there is no greater feeling than that. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. I'd love to hear in the comments which unspoken expectation you're ready to let go of. Remember, your life is your own. Go live it.